important points you brought up, General Uda. I think first that we don't have a national security strategy, like we don't have a document. And second, there are no institutional, structures or any organization to bring the military and the civilian leadership together to discuss. So, shifting to the nature of Indian doctrine, General Uda, a Carnegie paper, which was written in August 2020, titled The Army in the Indian Military Strategy. It contains that the Indian Army policy is guided by an orthodox offensive doctrine, a method of using force which favors large formations tasked with punitive incursions into enemy territory. While there have also been alternate schools of thought which view the Indian doctrine as largely defensive. So, how do you evaluate this author's assessment about the army strategy?
So I think to some extent the author is correct. I think he's focusing on our doctrine versus Pakistan, which is an orthodox offensive doctrine, which calls for large-scale offensive operations, going into Pakistan. So to some extent, he is right. I think what we need to think a little more about within the military, within the army, is what are the type of challenges that we could face that will require us to use military force. So, for example, what is the best way to deter Pakistan? Is it only through the threat of an all-out major offensive, or is there some way to have a series of, say, escalatory actions, starting with, say, a limited use of force? Those kind of deterrence threats, would they be better to ensure that Pakistan does not keep supporting terrorists and keep pushing in infiltrators, etc., into Jammu and Kashmir? Also, we need to discuss much more about if we are looking at a series of sort of escalatory actions, what are the risks associated with it? How do we establish escalation control? I think there is not enough debate, on these issues within the military, or even jointly between the strategic community and say the military. So we need to start thinking about what's the best way in which we can achieve our objectives without necessarily having to resort to an all-out war. And a similar thought process against China. How do we deter China from whatever actions it's doing along the LAC? How do we handle and manage our disputed areas along the LAC? Is it only through a threat of major conflicts, or is there some other way of doing it? And finally, I think we need to look at adoption of future technologies in our war fighting. That's another area I think we haven't given enough focus to, for areas of electronic warfare, cyber, intelligence, etc., of how we need to incorporate these future technologies into our war fighting methodologies and practices.